Well, kickers, they have a hard job, man, in the league. They're having under a lot of stress, game-winning field goals, timely points that they need to make, and it's not easy. It's really not easy for being a special teams guy, even though people seem like it is easy. It's not. It's always a battle. It's always like it feels like your last kick in the league. So I mean, some of these guys, I could see I may have put too many people in there, and I should have a criteria. Again, this is the first year I'm really making it a kickers list, so bear with me. There are a decent amount of honorable mentions. So again, I'm not putting the whole entire league, just so you know. Just there's a lot of guys that have been pretty good for their teams, and it's just kind of wishy-washy on where they should be at. Definitely, my criteria will jump up with the field goal percentage. Maybe I should go with that, as well as how many field goals they really did make. So overall, though, offense scores, kicker score. I mean, it's kind of the only way you can base off kickers, man, is their points. So overall, though, some great kickers out there. I think we're in a good era of kickers, and yeah, I'm excited to briefly discuss it. There's not really much to discuss. They kick field goals and extra points. It's not really a huge thing, but their ability of doing it under pressure is exceptional. So, but overall, I'm excited to do this, and yeah, let's go. We got Riley Patterson. Uh, Yeah, Riley Patterson signed a deal with the Commanders, 1 year, $1.1 million. 25 years old, 3 years in the league. This man had 15 games played, 16 for 18 field goal, 88.9 field goal percentage, 11 for 11, 30 for 39, 2 for 3, 20 for 29 yardage, uh, 2 for 2, 40 through 49 yardage field goal range, and 1 for 250 plus yard field goals. Longest was a 52-yard. He went 41 for 44 in extra points and had 89 points against Cleveland. He put up 2 points for him, two extra points pretty much. Yeah, I mean, Riley Patterson, definitely well deserving, super young. Definitely think that Washington has a better kicker there. So I do believe that Washington's doing what they can to become better as an organization. And I think it's the right move for them to get a Riley Patterson. So yeah, good on them. Again, the videos, it's hard to get videos of kickers, man. It's not like people, have highlights, tapes of these guys, but whatever I can get. But yeah, Riley Patterson, he's number one right now for in terms of honorable mentions. I got Jake Moody, honorable mention. Yeah, I mean, San Fran drafted him, and I mean it's paid off well. Definitely, they've had their fair share of good kickers going around there. Last one, from what I know, is Robbie Gold. But yeah, Jake Moody, he's young, 24 years old. He's only been a year in the league. 3 years, $3.69 million on the deal. 17 games played, 21 for 25 field goals, 84 field goal percentage, 7 for 7, 20 to 29 range, 8 for 9, 30 for 39 range. Um, 4 for 6, 40 for 49 range, and 2 for 3, 50 plus. Longest field goal was 57-yarder, 60 for 61 extra points for 123 points against Green Bay, Detroit, and Kansas City. He went 6 for 8 uh, with 75 field goal percentage, 1 for 1 in the 20 to 29 range, 1 for 1 for the 30 to 39 range, 1 for 3, 40 to 49 range, and 3 for 3, 50 plus. Longest was a 55-yarder. He also had 8 for 9 extra points. He had 26 points overall in the playoffs. So, yeah, really, it's a guy that you want on your team. It's a guy that San Fran likes, and yeah, he's done wonders. He's definitely done wonders. Greg Joseph, yeah, Greg Joseph, 30 years old, 3 years in the league, 1 year, $1.29 million that he signed with the Green Bay Packers. So I think he'll be a pretty good, pretty impactful player there. 17 games played, 24 for 30 field goal, 80 field goal percentage, 1 for 1, 1 for 19 range, 7 for 7, 20 to 29 range, 9 for 9, 30 to 39 range, 3 for 6, 40 to 49 range, 4 for 7, 50 plus with a long of 54, 36 for 38 extra point, 108 points. So, I mean, like I said, another guy that is on borderline of where he should be, but I mean, he should be recognized. Tyler Bass, yeah, I think he's always been a pretty good kicker, especially in Buffalo. He's done a great job there. Definitely a He's a low-key X Factor kind of guy over there. I know they talk about all the superstars that they have, but Tyler Bass does hold it down. Yeah, 27 years old, 4 years in the league, 4 years, $15.3 million on the deal, 17 games played, 24 for 29 field goal, 82.8 field goal percentage, 4 for 4, 20 to 29 range, 12 for 13, 30 for 39 range, 4 for 6, 40 to 49 range, and 4 for 6, 50 plus with a long of 54. 49 out of 50 extra points, 121 points against Pittsburgh and Kansas City. He went 2 for 5 with a 40 field goal percentage, 1 for 2, 20 to 29 range, 1 for 3, 40 to 49 range, with a long of 45, 7 for 7 extra points for 13 points. Not great in the postseason, but everything elevates in the postseason, and probably got a little cold in the feet, or just nervous from the crowd. But overall, I mean, he's still a good kicker. He still should be recognized. There's yeah, honorable mention. Miami Dolphins kicker for a while. He's been in the league for quite a few years. Kickers' lives do range for 17 plus. So, but right now he's young in that vicinity. 20 years old, 6 years in the league, 3 years, $11.81 million up in their deal. 17 games played, 24 for 28 field goals, 85.7 field goal percentage, 6 for 6, 20 for 29 range, 7 for 7, 30 for 39 range, 6 for 8, 40 to 49 range, 5 for 7, 50 plus long, 57 yarder, 58 for 59 extra points, 130 points total against Kansas City. He had 1 point, one extra point. Yeah, I mean, definitely deserving. Really good kicker and really reliable for him. And yeah, had a good year. And honorable mention. I mean, he's a guy that used to be, or was a Pro Bowl, can be Pro Bowl, still young, still can be there. Huge part of the Bengals even going to a Super Bowl was of McPherson's leg. So having him here, having him not here, I think is a little disrespectful. 25 years old, 3 years in the league, 3 years, $16.5 million, 17 games played, 26 for 31 field goals, 83.9 field goal percentage, 5 for 5, 20 for 29 range, 6 for 6, 30 for 39 range, 8 for 8, 40 to 49 range, 7 for 12, 50 plus with a long of 56 yarders, 40 for 40 extra point, 118 points. Yeah, I mean, this is exactly who you want on your team. It's exactly who you need. Um, and the Bengals are very happy to have a young kicker. And he's good. So I think he's reliable and he's going to help their team, special team wise. I mentioned Matt Prater, Arizona Cardinals. The longtime kicker has seen his way through the league. Still going. He's a legend pretty much in terms of special teams concern. I could see him maybe getting a definitely a nod in the Hall of Fame. I believe he should be. He's just been doing it for so long, man. Matt Prater's 40 years old, 17 years in the league, man. 1 year, $3.5 million, 17 games played, 28 for 33 field goals, 84.8 field goal percentage, 6 for 6, 20 to 29 range, 7 for 8, 30 for 39 range, 6 for 7, 40 to 49 range, 9 for 12, 50 plus. Longest field goal was 62 yards, 22 for 23 extra point with 106 points. I mean, like I said, a legend, a guy that's been doing this for a long time. And yeah, I mean, Arizona always needs something positive. This is a positive. A 40-year-old that has a boot for a leg and still can do it with the best. McLaughlin. Couldn't find any Bucks highlights. The ones that were there were 16 seconds. I can't talk in 16 seconds. I'm not a super fast reader. Can't super fast talk like a commercial man. So this is what I got. I got his Niners clips. But Jason McLaughlin, yeah, I mean he's been a boss, dude. He's been great for this team. 20 years old, 5 years in the league. Um, Do not know his contract. I definitely forgot to put his contract up there. But just know he's a Bucks kicker. 17 games played, 29 for 31 field goal, 93.5 field goal percentage, 8 for 8, 20 for 29, 12 for 12, 30 for 39, 2 for 3, 40 to 49, 7 for 8, 50 plus, longest field goal, 57 yards, 33 for 33 extra point with 120 points against Philly, um, as well as Detroit. He was 4 for 5 field goal wise, 80 field goal percentage, 1 for 1, 20 for 29, 2 for 2, 40 for 49, and 1 for 2, 50 plus, with a 5 for 5 extra point, having 17 points. Yeah, Chase McLaughlin, automatic, and he should be a top 10 member pretty soon. Will Lutz, honorable mention. Yeah, long time Broncos Saint kicker. Has had great years, has been automatic, super impactful, especially for Denver right now. 30 years old, 8 years in the league, 2 years, $8.4 million, 17 games played, 30 for 34 field goals, 88.2 field goal percentage, 11 for 11, 20 to 29 range, 12 for 13, 30 for 39 range, 4 for 5, 40 for 49 range, 3 for 5, 50 plus, long field goal, 52 yards, 29 for 31 extra point with 119 points. Again, pretty impactful. Definitely need him, and they're gonna need him even more because of the Bo Nix, um, era right now. So I think they'll definitely need him, and I think he's gonna come in clutch. I got Cameron Dicker, Cameron Dicker, the Los Angeles Chargers kicker. He's 24 years old, 3 years in the league. He's got 1 year, $985,000 that he got signed to. Playing 17 games, 31 for 33 field goal percentage, 93.9 field goal percentage, 7 for 7, 20 for 29 range, 8 for 8, 30 for 39 range, 9 for 9, 40 to 49 range, 7 for 9, 50 plus, longest field goal, 55 yards, 35 for 35 extra points with 128 points. Yeah, I mean, pretty impactful. Definitely a guy that you want. I could see him being pretty valuable in the playoffs, and I do believe he'll be a top 10 kicker sooner rather than later. So, overall, though, I like where he's at, and I like the evolution that he has taken ever since being drafted and whatnot. So, the veteran kicker, Dustin Hopkins. Yeah, he's been in the league for a while. Definitely has have found a home in Cleveland. Cleveland definitely needs him, especially I think they have a good offense there, and I think having him there will prove to be pretty important and impactful. 33 years old, 10 years in the league. 3 years, $15.9 million in the contract that he signed this year. 15 games played, 33 for 36 field goal percentage, 91.7 field goal percentage, 8 for 8, 20 for 29 range, 7 for 7, 30 for 39 range, 10 for 13, 40 to 49 range, 8 for 8, 50 plus, 58 long, 24 for 26 extra points for 123 points. So very well deserved. Yeah, good kicker, definitely. Myers, Seattle Seahawks kicker, definitely has had some terrible moments for him, but I think overall, past 2 years has been amazing. Jason Myers, 33 years old, 10 years in the league, 3 years, $12.4 million, 17 games played, 35 for 42 field goals, 83.8 field goal percentage, 8 for 8, 20 for 29 range, 11 for 12, 30 for 39 range, 12 for 12, 4 for 40 for 49 range, 4 for 8, field 50 plus with a long of 55 yards, 33 for 33 extra point, and 138 points. He had a great year this year. Definitely believe he can be a top 10 member. Cairo Santos. This is another guy that I think can be a top 10 guy, based on the clutchness and his leg, dude. Definitely his leg plays a huge part in the Bears' success. I think the Bears got better. I think having Santos there is going to be crucial for him. Uh, he's 32 years old, 10 years in the league, 4 years, $12.8 million, 17 games played, 35 for 38 field goal, 92.1 field goal percentage, 9 for 9, 20 for 29 range, 11 for 11, 30 for 39 range, 8 for 10, 40 to 49 range, 7 for 8, 50 plus, 55 is the longest yard field goal, um, 31 for 38 extra points with 136 points. So overall, pretty good season for him. And yeah, I can see him being a top 10 guy. Zuerlein, honorable mention. New York Jets kicker. Yeah, he had a great year as well. Definitely a guy that still is doing it at a high level at his age. Definitely a guy that I could see being a top 10 guy just based on numbers, you know. But yeah, I mean, he's been great. 36 years old, 12 years in the league, 2 years, $8.4 million, 16 games played, 35 for 38 field goals, 92.1 field goal percentage, 8 for 8, 20 for 29 range, 9 for 10, 30 for 39 range, 13 for 14, 40 to 49 range, 5 for 6, 50 plus with a long of 55 yards, 15 for 16 with extra points for 120 points. Very deserving. Definitely going to be a crucial part for the Jets. They're going to score a lot of points. I think his extra points are going to go way up. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what he does at his age, and I think he'll still kill it.